Jets were 7-4. Why they quit?
But you didn't want to call
Lito got into it.
Why you saying him and Lito got into it? Like, they were happy. He said him and Lito got into it. He didn't want to follow the rules, and he felt that the rules were making the game not fun. So my question to him was, why did he join the league with rules if he's not going to play by that?
Has he been in
Supposedly, he was never told the rules. That's what he said.
Yes, he did.
But he said,
If I talk to somebody, you know I did.
You talk to me, but say the rules now, y'all.
Alright. I talked to you already. You already know. You've been here before.
I've been here before, but say them again. I'm in like 5 different leagues. I'm just saying, give me a quick rehash right quick.
Okay, Coach. EA
Cross the
Sports
40, do
coverage of the
whatever you
NFL
want.
brings us to
I know
the
you can't move around with the
Lucas
linebackers
Oil
and stuff like
Stadium in
that.
downtown Indianapolis.
Hold on, Zach. I want to
Just a
ask you
short
something.
time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up.
All right.
Don't be cutting the play action. If you call play action, you got to run it through.
All right.
No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled
You
for
got to point the
and
ball.
taken.
If you're down by 17 in the third quarter, you can go for it.
I'm just happy I got my running back.
You can't call the same play 47 times.
What, offense or defense?
Both.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a
Just
season ago.
just play
Derrick
football,
Henry.
man.
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from
Just play football,
scrimmage.
that's all.
Second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right to the team to the points as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop
When
that
you get
one
done,
for a
either
loss.
put your phone on
I
mute
think quarterbacks gotta
or
see
jet
that.
out the chat room
Gotta
for a
find a way to
minute.
audible into
It's
something
we
more
echoing like
I can take the headset off. We ain't got to play in the headset, dude. I don't even want to
The
move.
opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come
All right.
up on second
I'm going to holler
and
at
12.
y'all.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. This one caught by
I
Davis.
am. My
And this
phone
one
dead. I'm
goes a
going to
gain of
put it in
7
there
as
in a
he
little
gets
while
it to
once my
the
phone
30-yard
come back
line.
on.
Oh, we
Reception
need it
good for
first.
7.
You heard
It's
me?
third down.
We need that stream.
Yeah, it's first quarter. You want me to stop and charge the phone? Because I started the stream, but I'm saying it's 0-0.
Yeah, we got to get that stream, bro.
That's why I even came in the chat room for you to tell them I was ready because my phone had died. And I don't know
We
why.
got to get that stream.
Freaking slow to put my phone on your charger right quick.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They'll toss it to Henry. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. 4th down, here's the AFC Premier League. The last 2 years, that's Brett Curry to kick it for Tennessee.
I just need a stream, bro.
Back deep is T.Y. Hilton. This is taken around the 12.
T.Y. Hilton is my
51 yards
return,
on the punt
man.
there. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory.
Look it up here, y'all. My fault. I'm still on my headset talking.
I'm sending you a headset in the mail.
I got a couple. This is just my son. My son play with this motherfucker. Play with all my headsets like they toys. This is a nice Turtle Beach set, but I'm going to holler at y'all. I'm leaving now.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brissett, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Brissett. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Brissett. Ebron's got it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Push him back, please. Push him back. Check 3. Check 3.
From the gun, here's Brissett. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. 20. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the pick 6, and decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check, boys.
Now a toss play. It's Hines. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Adoree Jackson deep for Tennessee. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
Mike 58 right there. Got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here, because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles.
And the pressure gets to him again. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there, because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Here's Brett Kern now. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Yards on the punt there. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
All right. Let's go, B. Let's go.
Brissett. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Here's Brissett. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Jackson to return.
We got this. On the return, the Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
1st down, Tennessee.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Throwing is Mariota. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining. As we step aside here in this second quarter.
You got him.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check.
Now Mariota. This will be caught by Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 19.
He's crossing. He's just
A 1st down carry for Henry. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. From the gun, Mariota. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Darius Leonard able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
After the sack on 1st down, Mariota. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold. That one in.
Three. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, Mariota completes it to Davis. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. And Parkey's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check. Fresno.
Now Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Brissett now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mariota hands to Henry. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Anthony Walker. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Mariota. And Walker has it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On 2nd and 12, Brissett. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Watch the screen.
To throw, Brissett. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Back.
To throw is Brissett. And his throw here's incomplete. It was Kenny Vaccaro there to get a hand on that one.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing, Brissett. And that will be incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Watch the slant.
So he'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It's a first down on a gain of 10. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Check 9.
Brissett sets to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Hey, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the backer.
On the delay, here's Hines. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Big series right here. So we got to step it up. Big Dan.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 16 yards, a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Rush in. Rush in.
On play action, Brissett. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. "38 yards on the scamper there. I don't think that's what the defensive coordinator had in mind there. You got him pinned back inside the 5, and then you let him rip off that long run.
You're already anticipating the film session, aren't you?
There's going to be some anger.
Yeah, it's not going to be at the greatest hits, is it? Because they didn't hit anyone on that play. Supposed to have them pinned back deep. Instead, they leave a big crack, a gaping hole, and guess what? They're in bad position right now.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. 12 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A first down throw for Mariota. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. the shotgun, it's Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll run it. It's Mack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Check, 55, Mike. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he's got Rodgers. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Brissett now just 5 of 16 throwing the ball, but he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack, pushing forward for 38.
The ball carrier. He was brought down by Rashawn Sims. It's a pickup of 3.
From just shy of midfield, Brissett. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, watch the leg.
On 3rd down, Brissett. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Brissett on 4th down. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. On 1st down, Henry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Let's go. 30. Number 53. Mike 53. Quick touch.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And they'll get this down to the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And the ball situated at the 9, second and goal. A second down run with Lewis. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Dion Lewis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Parkey with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A big loss there of 9 yards on the play. And it'll be a second and long. Here's Brissett. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
It's third and long for Brissett. And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Mariota gives to Henry. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
Hey, watch the sled. Watch the sled.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both